you turning me down?
It would mean a lot to me if you were there by my side.
I'm afraid the price has gone up.
It'd be nice if something good came out of it. Why is a detective investigating a car crash?
This is the only way to save your daughter.
General Hospital latest update. Is Drew Kane really Shiloh Archer in disguise? General Hospital spoilers suggest the twisted cult leader could have returned with a new face, Drew's. As he manipulates Willow and seeks control over Wiley, could the sinister Shiloh be pulling the strings behind Drew's sudden shift? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers. Drew is really Shiloh, everything explained? General Hospital spoilers hint that Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, may really be Shiloh Archer, Kobe Ryan McLaughlin. If Shiloh is somehow back in the form of Drew, that would certainly explain everything. General Hospital fans may recall that Shiloh, the twisted cult leader, faced a grim fate back in 2019, but is he really gone for good? What if Shiloh has made a stunning return with Drew's face? Certainly wouldn't be the first time a character used plastic surgery or a realistic mask to look like someone else. Some point, Shiloh may have stepped in as an imposter to take over Drew's life. Soap characters rise from the grave in all sorts of wild ways, so we certainly wouldn't be surprised if Shiloh made a comeback. If Shiloh is playing the part of Drew, that would explain why he's targeting Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, and manipulating her to such an extreme level. Drew has even gone as far as getting Willow to sign paperwork making him the legal guardian of her children if something happens to her. Perhaps Shiloh has always wanted to get control of Wiley Corinthos, Viren Weaver, the boy he previously thought to be his son thanks to all the baby swap drama. Truth about Wiley is out now, but Shiloh could still be obsessed with him. Regardless, it seems like Drew just keeps getting creepier and sinking lower. There has to be some sort of an explanation for this awful character transformation. Drew has embraced a political career and wants to present the image of a good guy to the public, but he's a menace to society underneath it all. That makes Drew seem just like cult leader Shiloh. Even Sasha Gilmore Corbin, Sophia Matson, commented on the fact that it was like Willow had fallen into another cult. Instead of Dawn of Day, Sasha suggested Willow had joined Dawn of Drew. Maybe that was another hint about Drew actually being Shiloh if some identity deception is going on. Do you think Shiloh might be the man behind all the Drew chaos that's been happening lately? If Willow gets updates on some shocking imposter news down the road, she'll definitely regret all the trust she's placed in Drew. General Hospital spoilers say Drew will continue to make reassuring predictions about protecting Willow, but he may be the enemy in disguise. Today's next update. Alexis refuses to commit Christina, only to learn Ava's doubled her blackmail price. Today on General Hospital, Liz comes home to a not-so-pleasant surprise. Emma impresses her professor, and Trina agrees to support Kai. Gio is practicing his violin by the boathouse when Brooklyn arrives. She tells him she was hoping he'd perform in the nurses' ball, which she's co-producing with Lucy. Gio feels a violin solo act isn't the best fit, as classical music can put people to sleep. Brooklyn promises that won't happen as she'll be his producer. Gio accepts her offer and is psyched to work with her. The Q house, Chase walks in on Lois on the phone, convincing a friend to work lighting at the nurses' ball as Lucy's normal guy can't make it. Chase tells Lois that he's glad she's back, which surprises Lois as she thought he'd never want to see her again. Chase admits that, at first, he did think about how he would feel if he were in Dante's shoes and that he wanted to know about his child. However, this is Brooklyn's secret, and he will honor her choices and won't tell Dante. Lois knows the baby has been on everyone's minds lately, and Brooklyn has always put her child's needs above her own. Chase knows this couldn't be easy on her either, as Lois has a grandchild she never met. Lois says she chooses to believe her grandchild is healthy and loved. Later, Lois finds Gio practicing down on the docks. She's shocked he's playing something from this century. He tells her that he will be performing at the nurses' ball and Brooklyn will produce his act. Lois loves that they are teaming up. Gio says his mom always said collaborating with other artists is the key to becoming a great artist. He believes his mom is still looking out for him. Brooklyn finds Chase in the living room and asks what song he'll be performing this year at the ball. Chase isn't sure he's performing, but if he is, he says he'll need a very hands-on producer if he's going to do this. Brooklyn accepts the job and they kiss. Rick and Dante offer advice. The hospital, Rick is on the phone with Ava, who is waiting for Alexis at the art gallery. Dante bursts in and asks Rick if he's got a minute. Rick hangs up on Ava. In the hall, Molly thanks Christina for offering to visit her dad with her, but she doesn't have to come in with her. Christina wants to, as she wants to put the anger behind her. They head in and find Dante finishing up his questioning of Rick. Dante asks to speak with Christina, so he and Christina step out. In the hall, Dante asks how their dad is doing. Christina says he's well and is not talking about pushing his surgery back. Christina asks Dante why he is investigating Rick's crash. He explains he isn't, and he's only here checking on his uncle. He's family, and it's something his mom would want him to do. Dante also hopes this accident may help Rick forget some of his grudges. Christina wonders if moving on is possible after so much has happened. Dante believes so and uses his own time in the WSB and the PTSD he dealt with as an example. He sees her working to move on from her mistakes, and he's proud of her. Christina says she can't let all the things that have gone wrong in her life hold her back. Back in Rick's room, Molly asks what Dante wanted. Rick says he just wanted to check on him and really thought he was there to investigate the accident. Molly says it was an accident, so there's not much to investigate. Rick says perhaps he and Dante can get to know one another better. Molly says it would be nice if something good could come from the accident. He wonders if she's speaking of her and Christina. Molly admits Christina has apologized and acknowledged all her mistakes. She says Christina was her rock while waiting for him to wake up. She knows her sister is flawed, but she thinks this time is different, as now they know what they stand to lose. Rick knows what it's like to be estranged from a sibling. Molly says that with Sam gone, they need one another more than ever. At the gallery, Trina arrives and Ava notes she isn't working today. Trina needs to talk and fills her in on Kai's risky surgery, which he's determined to have. She says Kai wants her to support him, but she thinks it's the wrong decision. Ava says that she ultimately needs to let Kai make this decision. Liz comes home to an unexpected guest. Lucky wheels Liz into her home, where Lulu, Laura, and Aiden are waiting to welcome her. Elizabeth thanks them all. Lulu says they set a bedroom up on the first floor, and Aiden has been cooking up a storm. Suddenly, Amy arrives and says she's here to report for duty. Amy says she'll be here 8 hours a day to help Liz out and has timers set for her daily medications and meals. She says they also have to toss any food that can lead to inflammation, and she'll need to drink 3 gallons of water a day. Lulu takes Amy to see the first floor set up. Laura feels Liz is in capable hands, but Aiden and Lucky agree Amy is too much. In the kitchen, Lulu talks with Lucky, who has been put in charge of cleaning out the inflammatory foods. He has no idea what he's doing, and Lulu asks, "With the fridge or Liz?" Lucy says he and Liz have been spending a lot of time together, and this accident has really thrown them together, but he admits he was looking forward to them reconnecting in New York. In the living room, Laura tells Liz how happy she is that she and Lucky are in one another's lives again. Liz is happy to have Laura and Lulu here too, and it means the world she has family to rely on. Laura says she always will. Laura heads to the kitchen for a cup of tea, which Lulu takes out to Liz. Laura asks her son how he is and won't believe him when he says he's fine. She assumes this has to do with Liz. She tells him that he and Liz have always had a special connection, so whatever he has to say to her, just say it. That's all the meddling Laura plans to do. Lulu and Aiden sit with Liz, and Aiden complains about Amy being a control freak. Liz tells him it will only be for a few weeks, and they can get through anything together. Later, Aiden sets up a game for everyone to play, but Amy interrupts and says it's time for Liz's nap. Laura also notes she has to get to a press conference, so they'll play another time. Laura departs, and Aiden begs Lulu not to leave them alone with that woman. Lulu thinks everything will work out fine. Lucky heads to the car to get Elizabeth's book she left in it, so she can read it in bed as she's not tired. Lulu chases after him. She agrees that Amy is a bad fit for Liz and isn't going to work out. Lucky doesn't see another option, but Lulu says, "There is you." Competition over Professor Dalton. Emma finds Joss studying at the surf lodge and trying to catch up on schoolwork. Emma sits with her, and Joss admits she's probably looking at some all-nighters to catch up. Emma says she's been there when she transferred to PCU. Emma takes off for class, and Joss realizes she, too, has to get to class. Trina meets Kai at the lodge, and he tells her that her mom is against the surgery and thinks it is a long shot, but if there is a chance he can get back into the game, he needs to take it. He's having the surgery. Trina admits she doesn't like this, but Kai has a good feeling about it, and it would mean a lot if she was at his side. She says she'll be there, and he kisses her. He assures her in the end all of this will be worth it. Later, Joss and Emma return from class, and Emma can't believe Joss got into Dalton's class late as she had to beg to be let off the wait list. Joss says Dalton is phenomenal, and Emma is clearly his star student the way she spoke up in class. Joss says she impressed Dalton. Dalton appears and says, "You certainly did." Dalton is impressed because Emma clearly listens in class, and not everyone does that. Joss inserts herself and says today was her first class, as she was on a trip to Easter Island. Dalton warns her it will be a lot of work to catch up, but Joss insists she's determined. Dalton tells Emma about taking on an undergrad research assistant this summer, and he wants her to apply for it. Dalton heads out and Emma comments, "Guess I'll know what I'll be doing this summer." Joss points out she still has to compete against other applicants. Emma says everyone wants this assistantship, but Dalton did single her out, so she will prove she's the best person for the job. Alexis comes to a decision. Alexis arrives at the office to find Diane on the phone with a judge to have Christina committed. Diane asks Alexis for the signed papers, but Alexis can't do it. Diane tells her this is the only way to save her daughter. She says this gives them an insanity defense at the ready should Christina be charged. Alexis won't sign it, as there is no good in protecting Christina if she destroys her in the process. Diane asks why she has changed her mind. Alexis tells her that Christina and Molly are closer than ever and need one another, but if she sends Christina away, it will shatter her trust in her. Alexis says Christina will never forgive her for destroying her relationship with Molly for good. Diane says they have limited options to keep Christina out of jail. Alexis thinks they have to keep quiet and cover it all up. Alexis then gets a text from Ava telling her not to be late. Diane tells Alexis what she's suggesting scares her. Covering up Christina's crime could have serious consequences for both of them. Diane says she'll do everything she can to protect them should Christina get arrested. Alexis promises her that she knows what she's doing and thanks her for her help. Alexis arrives at the gallery to meet Ava. She informs Ava she's getting what she wants. She's had the funds transferred into a Swiss bank account, and they'll be transferred to her in installments. She says she'll have her divorce settlement back by July. Ava says the price has increased, as her divorce settlement isn't all she wants. Ava says that money was already hers, and Alexis needs to pay for Rick's pain and suffering and Christina's attempt on her life. She tells Alexis to keep the payments coming. Ava gets a text that the first payment came through. Ava also warns Alexis to keep a leash on her daughter, or the price of her silence will skyrocket. Alexis storms out as Ava then texts Rick, $. On the next General Hospital, Sidwell meets with Tracy and says they have so much in common. Jordan tells Anna, "Looking the other way doesn't work for me anymore." Diane tells Sunny, "I will terminate him immediately." Sunny says he has a better idea. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.